You're listening to Event Industry Insider. This is Paul, representing TCWEP. Networking 101. How to approach it.
There's a famous quote, and I don't remember who it is, but nobody cares what you do unless they know how much you care. And that's how you build relationships.
And a little bit of what not to do.
The easiest way to turn off networkers is to have a salesman basically come up to them. And a lot of people in this industry are salesmen.
And a little bit of why it all matters.
Referrals are over 60% of all of our business.
Today's industry networking expert holds a Bachelor's of Business Administration and Management Marketing from Winona State University. He has over 20 years' experience working in the events industry, additionally serving for 3 years on the membership committee of BNI, 4 years on the board of directors of NACE, and is the co-founder of Twin Cities Wedding and Event Professionals. In 2017, he became the CEO of Complete Wedding and Events Twin Cities. We are speaking with Matthew Sherry. Where do I go? What do I do?
Yeah. I know a lot of reasons why people don't do networking. That's for sure. Networking is a pretty scary proposition, to a lot of people. I mean, you have to do things. It's a naturally uncomfortable kind of situation. There's the fear of the unknown. That's not an easy place for people to go. I just do that kind of stuff. It's not easy for a person to do that. So, I can understand why a lot of people don't, look forward to doing networking, but if you're pretty good, if you're good at networking, if you work at it, it can be some of the best times you have in your working career. You can meet so many great friends. You can build great relationships, and from that, business can. There's.
You would be a good person to speak to that, especially. I know you co-founded TCWEP, the Twin Cities Wedding Event Professionals, in 2009. So it's been going for 10 years. Do you consider yourself?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It is. Do you consider yourself to be fairly natural at networking, or is it something that you actually have to push yourself and work on?
I think growing up, I was a little bit more shy, and I think networking is a little bit easier for a person like me, just because my father, mother, and father owned Complete Wedding and Events for a long time, and he got me out to DJing as a young person, and spent kind of a career doing a lot of DJing, and I think some of that experience has helped, for me to be a little bit more aware of my surroundings and build relationships. I think I have a little bit of an advantage because of that. But that doesn't mean you have to have that kind of experience to be able to network. Being yourself when you're networking and being natural, and just being open to meeting people and learning about people, your own personality can come through really well and can help a lot with networking.
Well, and I've heard specifically, I've heard you say quite a bit, be yourself, be authentic. What if I'm that kind of person though, who is naturally awkward or naturally shy or naturally, those are aspects of my personality? What would you say to somebody like that? Like if I was like not like you, we're not terribly outgoing and gregarious, and I'd be a little bit afraid to show my authentic self.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you're in that situation, comfort matters a lot. And a strategy that I think works pretty well is to, when you're going to network, make sure that you are kind of prepared with certain questions that you want to know about anyone that you might want to meet. So that's sort of you, me, we, combination where you're really just be genuinely interested in learning about the person that you're talking to, and you will start to see them loosening up. And once they start loosening up, there's just a comfort that's there. And the more comfortable people are, the more they'll express themselves. more naturally and feel comfortable. And it's not necessarily your personality as much. It's just about your comfort with that other person that can help start building those relationships. And it's not something that you just come to an event and, oh, I've met you and I'm comfortable. No, it takes some work. It takes practice. Consistency is the biggest difference between success and failure when it comes to networking and building a network of great people, that you can share referrals with and opportunities.
Consistency. So coming to a networking meeting more than once.
Yeah, there's I have had situations where I know people that have come to some networking meetings, and even TCWP, and I said, yeah, I went to one of those meetings, and I just didn't really get any referrals from that. And it's like, oh, well, it's not an advertisement. I guess it's if you're coming to, let's say, TCWP, and you're coming to a meeting for the first time, your goal isn't to put your card out to every person that's there. Your goal is to just, hang out and meet a person. Your goal is to just meet one person, get to know them a little bit. They can be a great referral for you. They don't have to be a great referral for you. You could be a great referral for them. You don't know, so making sure you're going up and asking them questions and just really caring about that person. We'll get you a coffee date, basically. Get someone interested. Yeah, I want to get to know what you do and who you are more as well. So let's get together over coffee or over lunch, and let's learn more about each other. And so, a lot of these events are kind of start off points to just meet a few different people, but it's amazing. Like in the 10-year history of TCWP, the amount of amazing friendships and core groups of people that have really built their businesses and are so warm at. They understand this. They understand what they've been able to achieve through building those relationships, and they want other people to be able to experience that too. So, if you are open and you're consistent, man, groups like that will open up to you and will want to know you more. But it's hard. If they don't see you, they don't know you.
Right.
And, I see that sometimes where, we see people for a long time, and then you don't see them for, maybe half a year, and you see them again, and you're super excited to see them again. And you realize, I haven't thought about you in a couple of months. And it's, it's because of the consistency. So the more you're out there and being consistent, it's going to be very fruitful for you.
So I am sort of stating the obvious by saying this from what you're saying, but it's a lot more about going to the meeting and not necessarily having your own ulterior motive forefront. It's getting to know people and just to get to know them without necessarily. Yeah.
If you go with the idea that, you might build a friendship, and you might meet a really cool person. That's really kind of the goal when you're just starting to network. You do want, to be strategic as you're going through networking and continuing in your networking career. You want to target the industries that you're in. You want to target people that could be a really good referral for you, based in, what the supply chain is, but that doesn't mean that you can't get some amazing relationships with people that you are a good referral for as well. It's not just about business and referrals. It's about honing your craft and doing better at your craft and working and collaborating with other individuals that are a part of that craft as well and can help enhance you. So networking has a lot of different values to it.
So you touched on some things that people should do. Is there anything people shouldn't do?
Yes. They shouldn't have a sales pitch ready. Really? The easiest way to turn off networkers is to have a salesman basically come up to them. A lot of people in this industry are salesmen. So, a salesman doesn't want to be sold, and it's not interesting. It's about Right, but it's about caring, and it's about being reciprocal, and that's, I guess, is my biggest point. The biggest failures I've seen at networking events are the person that goes and has a whole stack of cards and are going to everyone and giving them the cards and giving them their spiel and telling them why they're the greatest, and let me tell you more, and let me tell you more, because nobody cares. Nobody, there's a famous quote, and I don't remember who it is, but nobody cares what you do unless they know how much you care. And that's how you build relationships, is by caring about others and be open and wanting to learn. And people will share that. And, it's fun to have people interested in you, if you think about it. So, so don't do that. Be more open. Be simpler in what your approach is. And if people are asking you questions, great. That means you're networking well.
Right. But don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that has this big stack and I've got a new car to sell you. So come on right out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. So, yeah. So those of you thinking about it, do it. You can build some really great friends, and it can really help your business a lot. I'd say referrals, just in my business, a Complete Wedding and Events Twin Cities, referrals are over 60% of all of our business. So,
really?
it's huge, and it can help a business out a lot. So go do it.
Yeah, definitely. Go do it. Well, we have, I think, 20 seconds left. Anything else you want to say to people before we let them go?
Matt@CompleteMN.com. Shoot me an email if you need any advice or want to talk.
Yeah, absolutely. CompleteMN.com. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, thanks so much, Matt. We look forward to seeing you at the next TCWP event and hopefully networking more.
Thanks, Paul. Always great to see you. Always great to talk to you.